So I know over the last couple of years, Bobcat has introduced some electric and autonomous machines and concepts. And maybe if you could talk, Joel, about how those machines fit in with the company's overall innovation roadmap and kind of what is maybe driving the company to invest in these types of technologies.
Sure. Yeah, glad to. So, if I go back to the beginning, right? Bobcat, the originator of the skid steer loader industry, and we did this more than 65 years ago. I think when we look at what we've done, we also realize there's a lot of new technologies coming that will enable us to do more things in the future. And it's all about making our customers more productive. And so when we look at electrification and autonomy, those are two really big pieces that we see that can help automate certain tasks or make them more comfortable or do different things with those technologies. And so we embarked on this journey to build believable pilot machines a number of years ago and to take them out with customers. And that's what we did. And we found a number of customers really liked these different technologies and the applications of them. And so that's where our interest began before that, but we validated it then when we took these concepts out and really started to gain some momentum and again, learn how people would use them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so what, have maybe been the biggest technological advancements that have maybe helped enable these machines to come to fruition?
Yeah, so on the electrification side, it was this whole concept of being all electric.
Mhm.
So the T7X, which is the world's first all-electric compact track loader, not only did we take the engine package and we removed it and put a battery in, we got rid of all the hydraulics on the machine. And we use electric actuation to do all the motion. And that was a theory. Our team built this prototype in about 6 weeks. And they had this theory to say, hey, if we did electric actuation, could we do some different things? And would it actually perform? And sure enough, in 6 weeks, they built this first prototype. We drove it around and we said, wow, there's really some interesting things we can do with it. When you go all electric, it allows you to do so many different things. And so we know the position of the cylinder in the work group. We know the current draw and the current that we need because it's electric. And because of all those things, then we can do programmatically through software, we can provide different features, things you can't do with maybe a hydraulic machine. And then coupling that with electric, it's just really quiet. And you eliminate a lot of noise and vibration and other things for the operator and for bystanders on the job site. And so you start coupling all those things together, and it's just a totally different experience for people. So, on the electric side, that was really important for us. And then on autonomy, we take our approach for autonomy is maybe a little bit more of a step by step. There are companies out there that are trying to solve all of autonomy. I don't know if that's necessarily maybe the right path. We're more about what are the things we can do even while an operator is in the cab of the machine. And so, we started to work and develop on that. And then how can we combine these technologies? So going on 4 or 5 years ago now, we launched Max Control, which was a simple iPhone remote control that you can plug into one of our loaders. And that was like a basic step. Now this year, we're launching a collision warning and avoidance system using a radar technology. So even when the operator is in the machine, if they back up, the machine will stop or derate if it encounters an object. But of course, we need that for autonomy. So if you start combining these technologies together, now a machine can maybe move on a site from point A to point B, move materials, whatever it might be. And so that is really what our progression is. And then, again, we take these out to customers and they tell us, hey, we really like these solutions because if it can eliminate just a cut or advance a couple of simple tasks, we're in. And so that's where we started on that part of the journey. But again, those two technologies really drove a lot of the work we've been doing over the last couple of years.
Right. Okay. So how maybe, if at all, do these technologies and other development initiatives kind of fit in with trends the company is seeing is in the compact equipment market or the overall heavy, mobile equipment industry?
Well, I guess I would say they don't fit because there is no one else out there that's putting these concepts out that I'm aware of. I can only speak for our company, but all electric, we're well far out there from
Mhm.
that technology and commercializing that. And as far as I know, we'll be the first ones using this active radar for this collision warning and avoidance system coming up this year. Now others are working on it, like we know
Mhm.
this, and there's some, some electric converted vehicles and some other things out there. But I think if you're going to truly be innovative and rethink what you do in the future, you got to put some forward thinking things out there. Now, here's what I'm always quick to point out to people. We still are making diesel hydraulic machines. We're
Mhm.
still going to do that for a very long time. The however statement is I get calls and emails from select customers who say, I really want that solution. They want an all electric loader for a particular application or for something they're working on, or they want autonomy for a particular application. I've been getting numerous emails and calls on autonomy here within the last several months. And so, again, it's for those people and those applications. Maybe not
Right.
for everybody. That's okay. We offer both.
Mhm.
But I think we're really proud of the work that we've done here as an organization, as a company, to really bring these things and make them believable. Like this is what we tell people. It's one thing for me to put a PowerPoint out there and describe it, but is it believable? But then people drive it. And again, this is what I tell people, especially on electric, because we read the blogs. There's some
Yeah.
skepticism out there.
Mhm.
Um, but I tell, just try it and then tell me what you think. And we've had some very skeptical customers driving electric equipment. We interviewed them before and they told us their skepticism. Afterwards, they're like, man, I would buy one of these, for the power, the performance, the quietness, and all the other things. So again, it's new technology. You gotta try it.
Right. Right. Just got to give them that chance, right?
Gotta give
To
it the chance. You gotta give it the
uh,
chance. Exactly.
do you think, do you guys see customers or more customers are kind of at that point now where they want to invest in these kinds of electrification and automation, or, what are maybe, or maybe what are some of the challenges or the things that are maybe holding people back from investing in them yet?
No, that's a very good question. I think there is a willingness for customers to try it.
Mhm.
Like, again, I know there's skeptics out there, but again, they are willing to try. Like those skeptics we brought into our facility in Bismarck and we allowed them, they were curious. They
Mhm.
were curious. And then once they tried it. So I think once we start to commercialize these solutions, they come available in the marketplace. Somebody sees it on a job site, they see one of their buddies has it, another company, hey, can I try that? I see this Bobcat machine has this and this on it. Can I try that out? How does it work? That's technology adoption, right? It's word of mouth. That's the best advertising
Mhm.
for it. So I think we're going to see a lot more of that. And then again, it's just the volume, right? It's
Mhm.
just it's the volume of being able to produce enough of these vehicles, get them out in the marketplace, us and other manufacturers who have some different technologies they're experimenting with. It's just getting them on the sites and trying them out. And so that's why for our first electric machines, we're working with Sunbelt Rentals to be our rental partner, because in renting, then you get to lots of different
Mhm.
customers and
Right.
you get the opportunity to experience it. So we feel like rental could be a really good way for people to try out this new technology along the way and maybe dispel some of the skepticism that's out there. It's okay. There were
Yeah.
people that didn't like iPhones when they first came
Yeah.
out, but right, they're using them now, and that's
Yeah.
okay. That's okay. You know what? Challenge accepted. We like to say challenge accepted, because if it doesn't work or fit, you're right. We shouldn't produce it. I'm
Right.
good, and we're good as an organization saying that. But let's not criticize until we try it.
It's a good mentality to have. I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.